Welcome.
Welcome back. OFC podcast. I'm Andy.
I'm Zach. Round 12.
Yes, our dozenth episode.
The dozenth.
Yes. And we got a major episode too, which is nice.
Yeah.
Back to
Hefty lefty.
yeah, congrats Phil. How the hell did this happen?
No, give some lefty love.
Yeah.
Fantastic Phil.
It's unbelievable that
Phil the gambler.
How many more you got?
Phunkin major winner.
Hopefully that's it.
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right. Well,
I was trying to think of some more, but they all involve saying like fucking.
yeah, we don't need to do that.
So I went with Phunkin.
Funkin', yeah, Funky Phil.
Funky Phil.
Hefty lefty. I can't believe that he won this tournament.
No, it's 4 decades of winning for Phil.
Yeah.
In the 90s, 2000s, the teens, or whatever they're called. The 10s.
Oh, the 20-aughts. And
Yeah,
then,
20. Yeah.
And then the
2020s.
2020s. Here we are. It's amazing. I mean, good for him, but more so good for golf.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
The fans loved him.
The fans were really, really excited about it. And for me, I think it gets Tiger excited about coming back potentially.
It gives him a little bit more hope.
Yeah. Because we discussed how he should be done and just hang it up. But I can't imagine he does that after watching his contemporary win another major.
Especially Phil.
Yeah, I mean, Tiger did send a tweet out to Phil, but like congratulatory, and it was nice and everything like that. But it's got to be eating Tiger up inside, I would imagine.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, like how the hell did he win this tournament? And it's just going to be a catalyst to make him work harder and try to get back.
I have no idea how he won that. No idea.
Yeah.
So
I just assumed he was going to fall off each day.
Yeah.
And he just hung in there. He just played really good golf, giving thumbs ups out all over the course.
Which there has to be a Phil counter. There has to be a thumbs counter for Phil.
Oh yeah, that goofy little thumbs up that he is chucking out there.
I was watching, and he was walking up a set of stairs after he was walking off a green. I mean, from the green to the stairs, he probably did 10.
Right. Well, he's got more fans to
give the thumbs up to.
Yeah.
But then he's walking up the steps, and it's like thumb to the left, thumb to the right, thumb to the left, thumb to the right. I mean, he's just rifling them off. He's not even looking.
Right.
Shooting from the hip, just pew, 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 just popping them thumbs up.
Yeah, he's been practicing it for decades.
Literally.
Right. So
he's so presidential with his thumbs.
Yeah, he does look like Clinton with that little thumb out there. It's funny.
And it's kind of funny too, actually. We've been talking a little bit about Phil, and he ended up pulling off a dub.
Yeah,
which
we
talked about.
We were pretty much just giving him shit about taking the exemption, and actually a little bit of excitement for him to return to Torrey Pines.
Yeah, and potentially win the U.S. Open.
Yeah, but there was no thought of him winning the PGA at this type of course.
No,
with this length at his age, he's
hitting bombs.
Yeah, first 50-year-old to ever win a major. Good for him on the longest course in major history. So.
And it was funny because I picked in my picks of like in a pool type thing where you pick 6 top 4 count, whatever. I mean, I just went for bombers mostly.
You didn't pick Bryson?
No, you picked him.
Yeah, I was one of the only people that did. Out of 45 people, there was 3 of us.
I picked JT. He didn't make the cut. Sam Burns burned probably everyone.
He withdrew. I had him on my team.
And then Max Homa, I think I picked.
Oh, yeah. Zach had the worst score award.
Thank you.
So John Daly and Zach will be sharing that award this year.
That's right. I should have put my name
this week. I should
have put my name on the trophy.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah.
So dumb. I just thought of that right now. Why didn't I put my name on the trophy?
Yeah, and with Flop U was the name of your team. How do you not have Phil on that team? Because he's the king of flops.
Picking Phil would have been dumb.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Like the people that picked Phil, I was like, why would you ever pick him?
Right. Vegas had him at 250 to 1.
Yeah.
So it was not likely for this to happen. And
but God, I would have loved if I picked him.
Right.
Or put any money on him. I mean, I picked Rory.
That was a good selection. I picked him in a different pool of mine, but
I picked him
he didn't really perform well. But
no, like he was coming into it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
You know? Winning the Wells Fargo.
Seemed like he was.
I'm relevant.
It seemed like he was the smart choice.
Rory, hey, where are you? Like, search party of 1, looking for Rory McIlroy. Like, where are you? but we found Ricky along the way, so that was a plus.
Yeah. I was surprised to see him on Sunday, wearing orange. He never gets any airtime on Sundays anymore, so it was cool to see him out there.
But he got an exemption to it.
Is that why he was there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he performed
like
well
a sponsorship exemption, or was it something else?
I don't think they do sponsor exemptions for the PGA, but it's just an exemption from the tournament. Just saying.
Gotcha.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, we want you here, so come along.
Bring a couple fans if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of fans there.
Yeah, for an unpopulated area. I mean, people are going to travel to a PGA championship.
Yeah, they're going to the majors.
Yeah, and it's one of the most beautiful pieces of property to watch a tournament, so it's not surprising that people wanted to flock there.
And I don't think it would be fun for an average golfer to play.
No. Although I did hear yesterday that there is a pro-am there. It's one of the cheaper ones in the country, and it's like over $1,700, but you get to play all 4 courses down there.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's more for 4.
Yeah,
4
so
courses, that's not
you
bad.
could get a team together with amateurs.
Ooh.
And it's all inclusive with the like $1,750 or something like that, and it's intriguing.
That is intriguing.
Yeah, you were just saying how it wouldn't be fun to play, but
Well, I mean,
now that it's presented, you're like,
yeah.
oh, well, maybe it would be fun.
I know. I just meant for like a very average golfer, like someone who shoots in like the 90s.
Yeah, you're just gonna get beat up out there,
especially if you don't like playing out of sand. Like if you struggle hitting a full swing from 150 yards, out
from
of
like a
bunker.
fairway bunker. Or
Yeah,
something
if you're in the
along
fairway
those lines.
bunker, you're gonna be miserable
Yeah.
there because you're gonna go in them.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of waste. They're all waste areas. They didn't count them as technical bunkers. They were all waste areas.
right. So it's like,
There's just sand everywhere.
yeah, the fairways have sand in them because it's built on a beach, so that's
You're
just
gonna
that's
deal
how it's
with
going to
it.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which what do you think Dustin Johnson was thinking about when because he lost a U.S. Open
Yeah, he
because
did.
of a bunker, which seemed like a waste area. God, where was that?
Was that Pebble?
No.
I have no idea. I could picture the shot that he hit.
Maybe like Whistling Straits.
I don't think it was there either.
That's going to be my guess, though.
All right.
So
I'm
maybe
sticking with-
maybe somebody can.
I thought it was a
Correct us
I
at
thought it
some
was a
point.
California coast one.
Okay, yeah, I can't recall exactly, but something's telling me Whistling Straits. Now,
He was probably
no,
just-
there was a lot of problems with like embedded balls,
Right.
in those waste areas, and getting relief, and it just seemed like it was kind of frustrating. But
That's why they got rules officials.
right, just bring them out. Things are going to take a bit longer, but it's better to do that than get DQ'd like Wei Yang. But
Well,
that was a
wrong
that was a
wrong
card
score.
issue more
Wrong
so.
score.
Yeah. And he wasn't going to make the cut anyway, so it's
was
it's,
kind of
it's a non-story, but it shows that you have to pay attention to those little details.
Yeah, which I'm surprised that it happens so often.
How often would you say it happens? Because I
At least
don't
once
tend to notice.
at least once a week I'll see a DQ.
Is that right?
I don't know if it's necessarily a card issue or some other type of thing that you do out there that didn't realize type of.
Disqualified, yeah. Because withdrawals are different than DQs.
Yeah, I think there's usually at least once a week.
Yeah, and you always see withdrawals because someone gets upset about their play.
Yeah. Well, there was a couple, and I think the course brought it out of some people this week.
Oh yeah, Eric Van Rooyen for one.
Oh god, that was
One-
that
it
was
was,
that was a funny one.
Didn't see it coming at all. I was just casually watching. I think it was Friday. Not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it was Friday. He has a bad tee shot on a par 3, and suddenly he just smacks the
Yeah,
tee
he went
the
after
tee
it.
marker. Yeah, and when he missed, or no, he didn't get enough out of it, so he went back for seconds.
Yeah,
And just obliterated this thing into the water.
and
Lost the head of his club
I
as
was
well.
gonna say I wasn't 100% sure, but I
Looked at it, and he was just holding a twig.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
saw Stenson break a club.
I missed that. I
I think that was a knee snapper.
okay. That's got to be the best way to break a club. Well, it feels like a little dangerous, but it would be the most satisfying. I would
I mean,
think.
people do it with baseball bats. If you could do a baseball bat,
Yeah, Bo Jackson. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, those guys got big legs.
yeah. It's
Toothpicks.
kind of scary.
They're like
yeah,
toothpicks.
right.
And there was another one, and I don't even remember who it was. I don't even care to give him credit because he hit a shot, like rolled up near the fringe, and it kind of just rolled right back to him.
Oh yeah.
And then he went to town on his bag. I mean,
I saw the clip of that too. I don't know who it was, but I saw the
like, dude,
the
your
footage
cell phone's probably in there. You probably broke.
but like, what if you had a banana in there? Like,
Yeah.
that's just a mess.
Bananas everywhere. It's a good. Did we have this conversation about people who like didn't practice?
I can't recall.
Oh, okay. It was like an Al Geiberger story. Mr. 59 was that he was like, yeah, I don't practice, and his caddy was like, he's gonna practice.
Yeah.
So he threw a bunch of bananas in his golf bag.
We definitely did not have this conversation.
So anyway, so the caddy puts a bunch of bananas in his bag.
Yeah.
Throws the bag in his trunk.
Oh shit!
And just
I can see where this is going already.
Leaves them, and
Yeah.
he's like, he'll pull them out. He's
Yeah.
gonna pull the bags out of the trunk. He's gonna notice that there's bananas because if he opens any bag or any part of the bag, he's gonna notice there's a banana in there.
Exactly.
He's gonna go to get a ball. There's a banana in there.
So this is his caddy trying to make him practice, and
No, he wasn't trying to make him. He was just trying to prove to the point because Al always said that he didn't practice. He would just be like, he just show up to an event, shoot like 65,
okay,
and go home.
So
And
is
this
there-
guy was like, "That's bullshit." He practices, so he threw all the bananas in the bag, and then a week later, came back. He had to clean out a bunch of bananas because the guy didn't touch his bag.
Right,
but
yeah,
he went out there and shot like a 63, and he's
Oh my
like,
God,
"I
that's
can't
amazing.
believe he doesn't practice."
I have had the issue of forgetting a banana in my bag and leaving it in there for weeks.
Yeah, that's totally different.
It is awful to find.
That's always the interesting part of living in the Northeast, is because you have the winter
Right?
where you just store the clubs.
Yeah,
The clubs are gone.
they're gone.
You're
Yeah,
just
you
like
want to make sure you don't have anything perishable in there.
Yeah,
at
I
that
usually
point.
go perishable, but I'll always be looking for like a windbreaker one day. Like, where is my
Oh,
jacket?
sure, right.
And then spring rolls around. I'm like, oh, found my jacket.
Yep,
Don't
absolutely.
worry, I got it.
There's every year there's one article of clothing or is good for that situation.
Oh, so if you're playing with someone, because I've usually been the person who's throwing a temper tantrum out there.
Yeah.
Like, if you're on the tour and someone's just losing their shit,
How does that affect you?
how does
Do
that
you-
affect you?
These guys are so good that they're able to drown that out. And
Do you go talk to him and be like, "Hey, bud"?
absolutely not. Absolutely.
Are you that?
I was
think I'm-
playing. I played with an opponent this past weekend, and they smacked their bag a couple times, and he was fine afterwards. You know, I think he just had to release a little bit of tension. It didn't affect me at all.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about it shortly. I mean, it wasn't as big of a blow up as like Eric Van Rooyen, for example.
No, it wasn't
Like it was just like one smack, like just get rid of some of that anger, that frustration. Now I dropped my club a couple times out of frustration this weekend.
Yeah,
I don't throw my club, but sometimes I'll drop it with some pizzazz, and that's about the angriest I will get. It was good to have my dad as a partner this week because he definitely calmed me down in some situations, and that's something you need at this level, at my amateur level. But the guys that you're talking about, like on playing in the PGA, they can handle seeing someone else blow up. I'd say.
I assume so as well, but
Because they're getting heckled out there too, and they're getting cheered for. Like they have to drown out the good and the bad, I would say.
and it's probably interesting that's probably something you have to get accustomed to.
Right.
Even from like an NCAA like high level, like Wolf and Hovland. I mean, they were top level amateurs, but like you're not really getting the crowds or the potential heckling of just like one random dude. And I mean,
yeah,
I was
exactly, like
I
a
was
drunk on the
annoyed.
course,
I was annoyed just listening to people on Sunday, and I was like, "Shut up!
Oh, I know.
Just shut up!"
Yeah, it's getting worse and worse. Now there's tournaments like the Waste Management
We
Phoenix
talked
Open
about, yeah.
where that's you embrace that a little bit, and there's places where it's more acceptable. And
Yeah, I don't mind having like moments where it's like, "Oh, cool, this is a special thing that you could freak out." And I was even thinking about it when Phil was taking his last couple putts on 18.
oh yeah, there's people just overwhelming, and there's like people like jumping all over him and attacking him on his
Yeah.
walk to the green. It was like Hank Aaron after he got his
And I
record-breaking home run.
And my thing was, I'd almost want the crowd just to be loud at that time, at that point in time. I mean, granted,
Right.
he didn't have like a super pressure putt for him.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
like
exactly.
he had
He
three
was-
putts to win it.
Correct, right.
And he wasn't gonna do anything crazy on that first one. I was gonna nestle it up. Maybe it goes in, maybe it doesn't. I'm just gonna tap this in, and we're gonna walk.
Yeah,
away
he
with
wasn't
a
gonna
big
knock
dub.
it off the green out
No.
of.
But at that point, I'd almost rather the crowd be like, "Yo, let's go!" Like everyone get a little louder. Like
Right.
everyone start cheering, so it's just one. It's like white noise at that point.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I'd
you don't want to
rather
hear that the
one-
isolated, obnoxious Yelps. Yeah. That's,
Get it on the wall! Like 5 minutes too early.
yeah. It's the worst. But people get excited. You know what? It's also because people were cooped up for a year,
Yeah,
and for a lot of people, this is the first event they've been to,
it's true.
and you have all this pent up energy.
I'm just ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, these people, a lot of them would have said, "Oh, I'm not that type of person. I wouldn't get there." And then all of a sudden, it just takes hold of them. So, what are you gonna do? People,
Yeah. I wish I could remember some of the ones that were like really stupid, and they were just like offhand comments. I was like, oh my god, if I was near that guy, I'd be like, I want to knock this guy out.
right? Yeah.
And I'm not even playing. Imagine being there and having to deal with. You probably hear so much more.
Oh, you must.
Like Phil's just out there, and he's like, ugh, this guy. That's why I work on my breathing. That's why Phil's out there.
Oh yeah.
Goose fraba.
That's how you know what it's. We should talk about that and what Phil has done with his body and his mind and all of that. Like this is how he won at 50, because he worked on the flexibility and his strength, his endurance, his
Mental.
mental gymnastics that he does. It's really impressive. And speaking of that kind of stuff, I don't know if you noticed Brad Merrick, PGA club pro, who was 2 under on Saturday at one point. I think he may have finished a +1. He didn't even get the best score, but he was doing some really strange calisthenics.
Oh, that
So,
one. Yes,
that
I did
guy,
see
yeah.
that guy. Yes,
He had like
yes.
a bucket hat type of thing. So I thought you might be rooting for him since he's a PGA pro.
Yep.
And, he checked all the boxes for your
Worst
for your
score.
worst score type of guy, but he was playing really well. Like he was, in the top 10 late on Saturday.
Which is awesome.
It was awesome. And then they're showing him like doing this really weird like sun salutation kind of stuff.
It was, but it was like an intense version of it.
It absolutely was. It was reminiscent of Miguel Angel Jimenez when he was doing his warm-ups back in the day.
Yeah, and even though he did not get the worst score, John Daly did.
John Daly. Let's talk about this. Could we have a much better...
Oh, so good.
yeah.
Well, it was funny too because you texted me at some point during the.
Well, this was on Thursday. He had a bad start, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's going to be John."
This is the one.
This is the
We get to bring up John Daly. So it was,
John and Phil. Like what a callback to the '90s.
One's in first, one's in dead last.
Yeah. And it probably doesn't hurt John's feelings or anything like that. It's not a big deal. But
one's aged a little better.
yeah, they've aged completely differently. You're right.
They
Holy
literally-
shit! Yeah.
They went the exact opposite.
Well, I
direction.
mean, Daly was never the healthy guy.
No,
He was never that. But he embraced who he was.
he was smoking some Diet Coke.
Yeah. Right. All
Puff on a
diet-
heater and-
He was sucking down those heaters on the course over the weekend. Not over the weekend. I'm sorry. Thursday and Friday he was.
Yeah,
And-
I'll still give you credit because you were kind of you called that pretty early.
Yeah.
Wasn't
I mean, he was
On-
10 under at that or 10 over at that point. I think
Yeah.
he ended at something like 26 or something like
yeah,
that.
but there's a lot of wiggle room there between him and
A lot could happen, yeah.
anyone else that's playing.
Correct, yeah. So,
But, I
well,
mean,
I
he's
was
got-
just getting excited.
Oh no, we lost our lights.
Hey,
and it's
we're back.
All right.
For anyone watching on YouTube, which is probably 0.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we're losing our lights here.
That's all right. We got to back up.
Yeah. But yeah, back to John Daly.
Yeah.
He's got some of the best quotes. He said, "You can't pull fat. That's why I'm always.
Yeah.
That's why I never get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, good for him.
Right. He's never
So, I think
never
it's
been
worked.
injured.
He
Yeah.
got cancer though.
Yeah. Well, that's probably the heaters in the Diet Coke.
And the complete lack of exercise.
Yeah. Hey, but he's still one of the greats. Coming in last. Still one of the greats.
That's true. And then the weekend worst score was Brian Gay. And no offense to Brian Gay, but like, how does he get in that event?
Yeah, I did.
Like, who the fuck is he? Not who the fuck is he, but like, I mean, he's like
Where has he been is the better
yeah.
question.
I mean, because I had to search because he won the Bermuda Championship in 2020.
Oh, so he has a victory recently.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's enough to get you into that event.
It must have been.
I mean, I have no idea. I really don't. He did something in 2013. That was the only thing that I saw that was.
2013 is a long time ago.
It was his first win since he won in 2013, and then he won again in 2020.
Right. Hey, if it gets him in there, that's fantastic. And he got a paycheck too.
That is true. But I was just like, wow, what's he doing?
Right. And he's just not as exciting as John Daly either. So.
No. But I was just so shocked by that whole thing. I was like, I don't know what he did to get into this event. Like, did he qualify for something? It's not like they have Monday qualifiers, I don't think.
Yeah, it's a good question.
It was just a weird one for me, and I was just like, I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. I mean, he's up there. I mean, he's like 48 years old.
Oh, is he? Yeah, because he's
been around a while.
Right.
Just
I don't know how. I'm sure it was the Bermuda that got him in there.
I guess.
Because that would have gotten him into Augusta as well.
Yeah, which I
didn't even notice him this year.
Exactly. No offense, Brian Gay. But good for you.
What else did you notice about the PGA?
I thought it was very flat. The golf course seemed flat.
Yeah. I don't think it is though, because they say how it looks like a links course, but the greens are elevated, so you can't just run it up there the way you can on a links. And I think it's a little deceptive in terms of visually on the on camera there, but I don't think it is as flat as it appears to be.
That I thought the crowds was cool, like getting back to that. Like I've been watching some basketball at night, and I'm like, oh, there's fans there,
right?
And I mean, and there was a lot around that green. And I was actually looking because I think it was like Golf TV put up a video on Instagram. So the way they used to do it, like black and white video. When the guy hits the final putt, people bum rush the hole and try and get that ball.
Oh wow.
And the videos were hilarious. Like, they just put two up, and they were just so funny. Like, people are full sprinting. And there's only, like, 10 people that full sprinted. I was like, man, there's a lot of people who are probably around that green when Phil's putting who are like, I've been watching this video.
I'm going to go do this.
Oh,
and God.
So I was watching it at work, and I was like, do you think anyone's going to go for it? I honestly expected at least one person just to full sprint and try and dive.
The way people were behaving, it wouldn't have surprised me at all.
Yeah, they went a little crazy, but that was like the main thing that I saw. That was like my big thing. Yeah. Was at the end the crowds seems normal in general. Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Which makes me more excited for college football and NFL when it starts up again.
Oh, sure. I don't really care about any of that. College football.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
NFL.
Oh, NFL. Well, NFL is kind of exciting.
I like both. I'm a big fan.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Those are like the two that I like to watch the most.
Yeah. Oh, give me hockey. Like I'm thrilled that the Stanley Cup playoffs are happening right now. It is something to watch every night.
Hockey, I'm gonna go to the turn.
Yeah, let's get to the turn.
We're at the turn.
What kind of questions do we have this week?
Well, I was going to talk about hockey.
Oh, all right.
Since we're here.
Yeah.
I think my picks are doing well in our little pool.
Okay. I don't know who you picked.
Avalanche.
Oh, they already clinched. Well, they're first.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
First. I think they're up 3-1.
And the Bruins.
The Bruins. They just finished off a series as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I picked the Island.
Same as your brother, Gary.
You did, yeah.
Me and Gary picked the exact same 3 teams.
Right.
So it's going to come down to the tiebreaker.
Yeah, well, if you guys get past me, which I have some good selections as well.
All right, well, I'm not concerned. I'm just hoping we're just going to split the winnings.
Yeah, it's not a big pot anyway.
No.
You shouldn't be getting excited about your picks based on the fact that you just had the worst score.
Don't care.
It's all in the past now.
And overall, I feel like I've done pretty well.
Yeah, but you're falling off though.
Hard.
You started strong and you've been
hard,
just petering out.
Yeah. Well, I kept picking Bryson. That's why I was doing well.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna pick Bryson, and then he just gets top 10.
Right. Yeah, you can pretty much expect that to happen. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, so we had the weird science one, the weird science.
Oh yeah, you wanted to bring that up.
Mhm.
Okay, so
So if you had to pick,
this is Zach making a Frankenstein
yeah, it was Soam's idea.
monster. Okay,
This is Soam one.
all right, beautiful.
So if you pick one person to hit the drives, one irons, short game, and putting.
All right.
Do you want to start driver first?
Yeah. Well, I would expect you to go with Bryson, but you're saving him for putting, right?
I'm gonna save him for putting.
Yeah.
I just because I really like his. There's a couple that I really like.
Louis Oosthuizen. I mean, maybe I'm just a slave to the moment because he just performed well, but he's always driven the ball well, and he's always been consistently in the fairway. And for his size, he hits the hell out of that ball.
I know that's why I might.
So I like him as a driver.
I don't know. I really like JT. I like Rory. Can we talk? Can we go back a second?
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna give you some more time to think about this.
You're gonna give me more time.
Yeah, to think about the next couple things, but like Phil, Brooks, and Louis have not done shit all year.
Yeah. And then they all just
Like what the? I just wanted to bring that up. At like how annoyed I was. Like the fact I honestly thought because I thought Brooks.
Well,
was
Brooks
gonna win.
doesn't worry about anything besides majors. There's your answer right there.
I understand that, but I still can't. Like, how do you pick him? How do you pick him in an event?
Because they showed a stat of his performance on majors, and he dwarfs everyone else.
I understand. I know. I saw.
That's how you
saw
pick
that
him.
too. But
that's how you pick him.
it's so hard when
Now
you watch him.
on the Phil portion of it. I don't know how you pick him for this past event. I don't know how people selected him.
That's just like
I understand why people would pick him for the Torrey Pines.
yeah,
Because he grew up there.
Makes total sense.
Makes sense. But this past event, it makes no sense.
Ugh. All right.
So, but back to the turn, though.
Yeah.
Like we just reverted
Sorry.
back to the front
I
nine.
don't I lost a glove. I had to go pick up my glove
Oh, yeah.
on the front nine.
Oh, I lost a glove this past weekend. I had to go back, but it turns out it was in my bag. Like it slipped in, so...
I had a good one of those caddying, actually. I was caddying for someone at the canoe club in the 3-day.
Okay, so when you were youngin'?
Yeah, I was young. I was probably like 14 or something.
Sure.
So we're walking around, and, the guy had a putter cover. Hand him the putter, whatever. We get to the next hole. We're walking towards the green. He's like, "Where's my putter cover?" He's like, and he didn't give me time to answer, so he just kind of blew up at me.
Oh, wow. So, it was a quick one.
Yeah. He's like, "Well, now you got to go back there. You better not have lost my putter cover." Oh, like he's going on.
This guy must have 3-putted
Yeah, he probably did.
recently.
Yeah.
If he's freaking out at some kid who...
And I was like, he goes on.
You probably could have kicked his ass at a round of golf at that point, too.
I probably could have, actually, yeah. And I wasn't even that good. But I was definitely better than him.
Yeah.
But it was just funny because he was going on and like giving me a hard time about it. And I was like,
It's in your pocket.
I go, "You done?" It's in your pocket.
Oh, wow. It was in his
pocket. It was in his back pocket. But like
Oh.
he just didn't give me time to answer, so he just made himself look like such an ass.
Oh, that's
was
so
so
good.
good, yeah.
Yeah, it must have been really satisfying to you done? You done?
Yeah. You done yet? Okay, well it's in your back pocket, so shut up.
Yeah, that is so good.
Dick. All right, who'd you pick? Louis? Driver?
For the driver, yes.
No, that's
You gave me more time to think about it, but yeah, I was also caught up in conversation here, so I haven't really been able to think.
yeah.
But if we're moving to irons, right? Like approaches,
Yeah.
I think I would have to go with Adam Scott on this one.
He's got such a nice swing.
He's one of my favorite swings of all time.
Mine's Tommy Fleetwood
Which is a fantastic swing as well.
But
It's weird that he hasn't done well this year because
I know.
it looked like he was on this trajectory to be one of the top 3 players. Someone that you would really take notice of, and it just hasn't been going on this year.
No, really hasn't. But I don't know if I want. I just like his swing so much. Where I think I would go with. No, I'm gonna just stick with Tommy, even though I think Colin Morikawa would be like a much better pick.
Sure.
As
But
far as
there's just a small
statistic-
sample size for like
Statistically,
how many times we've seen him play.
Yeah.
It also looks like he's going to go somewhere like really strong, but
Yeah.
It's Adam Scott. I trust that because I've seen him swing it for decades.
Yeah.
Not decades, but a long time.
It could be if you want to count in decades. Like 2 decades.
Oh, well, right. Yeah, if you want to count just because
no,
the 2020s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, we've definitely seen him 3 decades.
You sound like Andrew Giuliani, who's claimed that he's been in politics for 50 years. Or no, not for 5 decades, not 50 years. But 5. He's been in politics for 5 decades, and he's like 35 years old.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, he's like claims that he was in politics when he was 3 because like his dad was running for mayor and he held him up or something like that.
It counts.
It counts. It's he was actually on to make this more of a golf thing. He was a pro golfer.
Really?
Yeah, well, like a bullshit pro golfer. Like he was like on I don't know what the show was called, but there was a golf reality show.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Never mind. I take that back.
Yeah, the guy was just like a piece of shit. But
who'd you pick for irons?
for irons,
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott, yeah.
Short game.
Phil.
Yeah, Phil. Like, how do you not pick Phil? I think that's what's kept him relevant his whole fucking career.
Even if he hadn't just won, I would have him in my mind for short game. He's.
I've also liked the technique of Jason Day and Steve Stricker. That just dead armed kind of, where just arms are just
consistency.
Yeah, they're like just pendulums.
Right. Yeah, Phil's more fun though.
Phil's definitely
you have to have an element of excitement and fun here.
For sure.
Like, remember when he was doing that thing where he
the backwards?
Yeah, the backwards chip, like that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like, no one ever even considered that to be possible.
Yeah, he's like, I could do this.
Yeah, why not? And I think he does those swings where people are standing like 3 feet away from him, and they're almost hitting him. He's almost hitting them with the club, and somehow the ball goes over.
Those crazy flop shots.
Yeah,
those are impressive.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to see.
I thought Spieth.
Well, he's going to be my answer for putting, I would say.
That's a good one.
Because we should mention that this whole exercise is sans Tiger.
Yeah,
we're not allowed to pick him because otherwise we would have picked him for every single category.
Yeah.
It's just
peak Tiger for everything.
Right. That's no question about it. That's just what you would go with. And so this
putting Spieth, and I'm gonna pick. I like Bryson.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, the longest hitter.
Spieth in 2015 or whatever, whenever he had his run where he was
unbelievable.
His percentages of putts that were over 20 feet, it was like 50-50 of make or miss.
It was impressive.
Yeah. Like for a season, not just for
not for
a day or something like that.
Right.
It was like these numbers were absolutely insane. So I got to go with him in his prime.
Do you think that's
And this hurts that we didn't really have Jack growing up, like you and I. Mm-hmm. We're a little bit too young to really remember, Jack doing all that stuff. And
well, this is all now players anyway.
Sure,
it's like, who would you pick right now?
Well, the thing is, I don't know if I would pick Adam Scott now, but I'm thinking about Adam Scott 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he still has that swing.
Because it's still semi-recent,
Yeah, recent enough. It's not like he's retired.
Right, and you think of Ben Hogan's swing, or God. Walter Hagen in terms of maybe short game, because I just have this imagination that he was.
You never really see Ben Hogan's short game.
No, you just see footage of their tee shots, really, and he had one of the most gorgeous swings, right? Ben Hogan.
Oh,
that's the one.
So it's like the gold standard of golf swings.
Yeah, you see that in Adam Scott's swing. They have a similarity there.
Mm-hmm. And I think the fluidity of Rory's driver swing is so impressive to me. When Rory just goes after one and he just sticks that landing, he's just, I'm at my finish. See ya, ball.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
When he's on with his driver, I love watching it.
Right. So
it's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're definitely going to go with him for your driver.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing with Bryson is that it just seems so not unnatural because there's like nothing natural about the golf swing.
Oh yeah,
But he is just, I mean, he's doing a long drive swing like a person that's
right in
competing in a long drive contest
Yeah,
out on tour. I mean, he is just full fledged. Like, I'm gonna try and hit it.
and he does like 3 full-fledged warm-ups beforehand too.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable to watch.
Well, he talked about that, and he basically he was trying to get himself amped up. That's why he does it. He does like specific breathing right before he hits, where he's like,
oh god, that's
like he's
so annoying.
He's trying to get it
Right,
he's trying to get his heart rate up. He's trying to get as juiced up as possible.
Yeah,
So
it makes sense actually. Like I don't like, I wouldn't like being around it, but it's I mean, he puts the thought into every aspect.
Yeah.
So it does make sense that it works.
Yeah. Whatever you get that extra 20, however you get that extra 20 yards.
Yeah. Well, he's not getting an extra 20 out of breathing though.
No. I'm just
like he might be getting like 2 yards extra somehow.
But I'm just gonna try and do that on the lesson tee from now on. Like, you know what? Swing sucks, but I think what you really need to do is
take a couple deep breaths.
Yeah, fast breaths. Get the heart rate up.
Yeah,
no heart attacks. Just swing as hard as you can.
Yeah,
but
it's not for everyone.
No. You know what is for everyone? Sunset rounds. That's my pick.
Oh,
if you have a choice, what's your favorite time to play?
Oh, the twilight hour is the hour.
The golden hour.
Yeah, that is absolutely my answer too. But different situations call for different circumstances.
I mean, I've played a lot of early rounds.
Oh, there's something about playing really early and having some drinks in you before noon. And having your whole day ahead of you, there's something about that.
I'm not even talking about day drinking. There's no drinking involved.
See, I love like I hate waking up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock for a tournament. Like if you're like the first one on the box.
Yeah, that sucks.
But when you're off the course, people haven't even teed off yet, and you feel like you've had an entire day.
Oh yeah,
you're already kind of tipsy.
You could probably take a nap.
You've eaten twice, like you've had breakfast and lunch. It's like 9:30 at this point, and it's just like, whoa, I've got a day ahead of me. That's a nice feeling too.
Those are good.
And I don't like doing that often, but there is a time and a place, and
yeah, there's some good special event tournaments where you're like, okay, I'm gonna go out, have a good day, chill.
Oh, especially when you're just caddying too, and you don't actually have to focus on
that's
performing well. Like that's something to look forward to.
Just don't have too many. Literally,
don't get out of hand. Right?
You'll have a yard sale of clubs. Just oh man, I forgot that one on the third hole.
You pick up the bag backwards.
Yeah,
and it'll just spill out.
Oh man, you don't need all those golf balls, do you? This is getting heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always if I get up under my own, like if I'm just like, oh, I want to go play early, and I get up early on my own and go play early. I'm totally okay with that because I feel like I got something done early in the day. I'm like, okay, good.
Sure.
Like,
but if it's like the summertime and it's getting hotter as you're going along, it's starting to get uncomfortable. Like the twilight round has that element of cooling down as you're finishing up.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a beauty.
Yeah.
So
we had obviously, what the fuck's that guy's name? John Daly.
Oh yeah. What about him?
Worst score, but he also has that pretty flashy attire. Are you in that boat of flash? What's your attire preferences?
I like the flashy stuff. I like something goofy looking. Golf has always been a sport of like a goofy looking kind of attire.
Yeah.
So and there's good eras of different styles too.
Yeah, there's some like real classic, which I think even like if you go like super traditional,
like I like how Pain Store used to do the knickers and the
but
and like sweater
vest.
Yeah,
but even those are like that's so ridiculous.
Right, and like Bryson uses the same hat as him. Like
that's true.
So that's kind of cool how he you bring up little elements from the past.
I agree.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't go as flashy as Daly, like the loudmouth stuff. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I think I'm in like a weird spot too, because my normal golf.
You need to have a certain personality to pull that kind of stuff off.
Right.
You have to be boisterous and like you got to be likable too.
You have to accept the fact that people are going to talk to you about it.
Right. Yeah.
They're going to have comments. Like, that's why I would never wear it, because I'd be like, I don't really want to talk to people. Like,
Yeah,
I'm good.
right,
I'm just going to
right,
go
exactly.
golf and be like, all right, see ya.
Yeah.
I'm out. Thanks.
You're not putting on a show. You know,
Right,
you're just-
exactly.
Right.
It's not what I'm here for.
So there's times where I think it's fun to wear something a little bit louder, but it's rare, but it's
And I still don't think you go bright, though. Like very bright neons and stuff like that. That's not your style.
not all that much.
It could be like funky. You know, like you look like Steven Tyler from Aerosmith out there with like
Yeah.
scarves and shit. But
yeah, I have a hard time of matching stuff correctly. I don't
Yeah.
care how it looks.
what do you got? Some plaids and some stripes on?
Yeah, like that doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't care.
I think I like how it bothers other people too. Like they have to be like, "Oh, you can't wear that together." And it's like, "Why? I'm wearing it. I'm not going to
they
explode
don't.
or anything."
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
not like magnetic forces, but like the opposite. So like,
Right. Yeah. So it's although it is, yeah, it's nice to look good, but I don't know how to do it, so it doesn't. It's not on the top of
So-
my list of things to do. I'd rather play well than look good doing it.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So another good one was we talk about golf course architects, designer like quite a bit.
Right.
We usually do it for the back nine. We'll talk about the course that's coming up.
Yeah. So we have a question that came in regarding favorite architect.
Well, it was actually, would you build your own course?
Oh, I think we've talked about this in the past too,
A little bit.
and I don't think I have the eye for it.
Yeah. I said there's one that I would want to do,
Yeah.
but
You want to redesign a course, correct?
yes,
Which course is that?
Summit Hills.
Okay. Summit Thrills, as I call
Oh
it.
yeah.
You want to change it from Summit Hills to Summit Thrills, is what
Exactly.
it sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's.
I think I think they have the space for it.
they have potential. It has such potential.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
They have stupid holes though.
Right.
Like,
Like,
the
the
whole-
first hole up the hill,
Yeah.
or is that 10?
No, that's
That's one.
yeah, that's one.
Yeah. See,
Ten's
that's
ten's
boring
over,
hole.
ten's over the water. It's not even that it's boring. It's well, it's just a stupid hole.
It's
Like,
stupid.
that's not even like
There's
like
nothing going on.
10, 11, 12, 13,
Yeah. I haven't played this course in years, but
15, 16, and 18. Like the whole back nine to me is just a fucking joke.
really,
I can't stand it.
huh?
I think you have to reconfigure a lot of that golf course. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But I think the views there are awesome.
Yeah.
That's like most of the reason you go there. It's like you don't care. Like you're
You get
gonna
some
lose
really nice
you're gonna
visuals.
lose golf balls in the fairway because there's dandelions everywhere, and you just lose a golf ball in the fairway. Like you accept it. You bring all the shit golf balls, but like it's the only public course in Clark Summit, and people travel all over the place to play public golf courses.
yeah.
And like that's the product you're putting out. It sucks.
I remember liking it as a kid though, and that's
Yeah, I definitely did. as
It's
a kid.
easier to.
I would almost go completely backwards. Like 18's green is 18's tee box and go backwards.
Okay.
I think it's a way more fun golf course. Has a lot more potential of being a much more fun golf course.
Yeah. They just will not redesign it though. The
Well, no.
money is.
No.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And I think I would be more of like a Gil Hanse type of architect. Like I could probably take a golf course that exists and fix it, than actually just straight up redesign one
Okay.
or straight up design one.
Right.
I think that would be my
from
struggle.
like a plot of land that has nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna walk through the woods and be like, put a green here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. There's too much going on with all that.
Yeah. And yeah. Do you have a favorite designer?
No.
I don't either.
Well, I mean, maybe Pete Dye was. Pete and Alice just did this one, and you think of his name is one of the more common ones. It's got like stuff like
Right.
the players, and like commonly ends courses with like a 5-3-4, which is I think is a good format to finish a course with in terms of pars.
Yeah, and I've talked about how like not playing a nice golf course in my early years. So like if it's a certain like quality, length, conditions, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
But like I've played, the only time that I've had a course that's checked all those boxes, and I noticeably was like, I kind of didn't like that. You know, it was like the only times I don't remember the names of them. They were so unmemorable.
Oh, really?
Unmemorable. It was a Nicholas, and the other one was a Gil Hanse, and it was an original Gil Hanse. So like Gil Hanse does really good redesigns. Like he'll put things back to the original, and I think he's really good at it.
Okay.
But his golf courses that are just strictly him, I was like, meh.
Yeah.
I could do without this. There's too many, like, why the fuck is this hole here? Like, this hole's dumb.
Sure. I'm looking forward to Tiger's designs. I wonder how
they'll play.
how they're going to turn out.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be...
Because he has courses that are completed already.
I believe so.
Yeah. Because he has that one facility that has, like, 7 different courses on it, I believe. I can't recall the name of it right now.
I don't know.
But that seems like a cool destination. And he's working on a course right now that we saw from the picture that he put out like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you would imagine that he's seen enough amazing courses around the world that he would know what to do.
You would hope.
Just been in golf for 5 decades.
I also think the land itself plays a major role.
It absolutely does. Yeah, like because we were talking about how the ocean course here at Kinawa, that it's just like it's not going to be shitty, like just based on where you are in the first place. Like
Exactly.
it looks nice, like Pebble Beach.
That was exactly what I had. I was like, it would be harder to fuck that up than it would be to make it amazing.
Right. It's gonna look nice regardless of what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Jack Neville and Douglas Grant. Like those two had
They designed it. I've never even heard those names.
They were 2 amateurs from California.
Okay.
They're not even like big names.
Yeah.
They just, here you guys go. You could have this piece of property.
Yeah, one of the most like not prestigious, but one of the most sought after courses.
Yeah. You created an icon and you didn't have to do much.
Yeah.
You had to do a lot, obviously, but still. Yeah. Do you have any pet peeves?
So, well, they did that,
Oh,
but
sorry.
they did theirs, and well, like right around the corners, like you got Monterey Peninsula and Spyglass, because Monterey was done by Reese Jones,
Yep.
who did Torrey Pines and those other ones that we mentioned last week. It's weird how you get someone who's done amazing places like that, and then you just get a pair of amateurs, like down the road, just a couple blocks away.
Yeah. We're not paying their fees.
Yeah,
You do it.
That's strange. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's how things were.
Do you have any dislikes in golf designs?
All right. Well, to keep it with Reese Jones, the course that I mentioned as one of the ones I would like to play over and over again, like for the rest of my life, is Broad Run.
Yeah.
I was talking about last week. The second hole is the only hole I dislike on the course. It's the stupidest hole in Chester County, as we refer to it, and it's like 170-yard layup to 195-yard.
Second shot.
Yeah, like an approach that is longer than your layup, and it's over like this ravine, downhill, like, I don't know, 40 feet.
Yeah, those are dumb.
Yeah, I'm fine with layups, like forced layups, where you have to do a position shot, but I don't like the approach to be 40 yards longer than what my initial one was. On a par 4, it's just like, it's goofy to me.
I think that's kind of what Woodlock has a lot of those.
I've only played it once.
Yeah, it was for Tony's wedding.
Right. Yeah.
I played it one other time.
Okay.
But I remember it was
like
a lot
forced carries. I think that's tough on
yeah.
amateurs and that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah, forced carries is a really tough one.
yeah, like when you can't go play a certain course that has a 165-yard or even a 200-yard carry.
Yeah,
at times.
You're just stuck. You're like, well, I'm just going to lose a ball, and I could sit here all day, and I'm never going to clear this fucking thing.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, like, those are dumb.
If you played by the rules, like, you could have someone out there for years, like, not finishing a round because they have to learn how to golf to get, like, it's just, and it's fine if you are just, looking for players that know what they're doing. Like, Bethpage Black has that warning on their course that says this is only for, single handicap or single digit handicap players, like that type of
You
thing.
better be
It's
good
it's
or don't, or you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, there's like a warning. It's like a danger sign. This is not for amateur, like shitty golfers.
Don't go down the double black diamond skis.
Yes,
Skiing down this.
and that's fine if if that's out there in front. Is all I guess I have to say about that.
Yeah, I'm more of the like I don't like hard dog legs all the time. Like I just get sick of that style of just like it goes out
Like really sharp ones, and then
and
like
then
it's
90
like a
degree
90 yeah,
turn.
not like even more than 90 sometimes, where it's like an acute triangle.
Yeah. And so those bug me. I think too many holes with placement shots. If there's like one or two where it's like, okay, I have to lay up to something and then dink it out there, like there's no real risk reward. Like that one, it's like you can't go for it.
Yeah, if it's blocked out, yeah.
You gotta carry this 190-yard ravine or something. It's just like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, it's
I would just rather just be land. Like I don't care if it's a short hole. Like I just hate the placement shots. Like I don't mind if it's placement just to avoid certain trouble, but if it's just like you have to lay
yeah.
up
Yeah.
on a par 4, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna hit it 150 yards, and then I'm gonna hit it another 150 yards, and like if the whole golf course is like that, I get sick of it.
Right, yeah, it's fine if it's just one or two.
Yeah, or sometimes when you get those really weird, like very severe downhill par 3s or severely uphill par 3s, like I just get so annoyed by those too.
The downhill ones are fun.
Yeah, they
'Cause
can
when
be.
you can see and you're looking like I do enjoy those. Uphill par 3s where, especially if you're walking.
Yeah, well, anything uphill when you're walking blows.
I guess par 5s uphill are much worse than par 3s
Yeah,
uphill.
true.
I should, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are like my big things that kind of frustrate me.
Sure. Yeah. Anything that's done in moderation. If it's only a little bit, it's fine.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like when a course has nothing but draw holes or like nothing but fade holes.
Yeah, and
You have to have a mix. As long as you have a mix, then it's
and most of them are
good.
very fade bias for a righty,
right.
because most people hit slices.
Yeah.
So they want to be able to get the public out there enjoying it. But
Uh-huh.
it's good for a lefty who draws it.
Sure.
I love golf. I love most golf courses.
Yeah, I like fading the ball, and I'm a righty, so
Yeah.
it's they're fine by me too.
All right, that's all I got for the turn. Anything else for you?
Let's move on to the back.
Boom. The back.
I don't know anything about the Charles Schwab, so I did a little bit of research on the Ocean course for last week,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's back to
Back on me.
yeah.
So this is actually the first event they played last year post-COVID,
Okay, so we actually have a 2020 winner.
who was Daniel Berger,
Okay,
and more plaid jackets.
yeah, I'm surprised by this.
Yeah,
So-
I was too, and I was like, maybe
it's already been done.
that was exactly my thoughts. It was
Yeah.
like, why? Like, pick a different pattern. Like they look way too similar. It's like red and
Don't do the jacket thing.
I don't even care if it's a jacket. I have no issue with the jacket. Just make it a different color.
Yeah,
You can't find someone to design a cool jacket.
gold jacket, green jacket. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly.
But don't do a plaid when the
RBC,
RBC
and
Heritage already has that.
I think RBC may have copied them because this is the 75th anniversary. So I don't remember what year the other one started, but still,
Yeah.
someone flip a coin. Loser,
One of you is getting off the dance floor, and the other one
pick
gets
a different thing.
gets to swing around with your jacket.
Yeah, and I don't think they're the exact same pattern. They might be, but just pick something. Literally anything else.
Yeah,
It's so that annoys me. I'm already frustrated about that.
it sounds like it. Yeah.
So do you think Phil's on the list of people that are supposed to be in the field?
Oh yeah, I can't picture. I wouldn't expect
Do you
him
think
to
he'll
play.
actually show up?
Well, if he's committed to it, then probably. But
Yeah, I guess so. Hold on, Andy's
Excuse me.
taking a nap over here.
That was a good yawn. Yeah. I can't imagine him going. I don't know why he would want to go after a big win like that.
I don't know either, but
Maybe out of just respect to the fans.
I guess so.
You know.
I don't know. It was just a weird one where I was like, is he really going to show up?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out. This is a John. Oh, it's Colonial Golf Club, by the way. We're back in Texas.
Oh, back in Texas.
Yeah. So it's John Bredemus and Perry Maxwell. I
No.
don't really know John.
I mean, I know very few architects.
I don't know either.
Like,
of these two.
it seems like we've been talking about designers like a lot.
I know, it's kind of fun. It's like new for me. That's why.
Okay.
So I don't really, because I've never really paid much attention.
Yeah, and I feel like nobody does, and they should get their credit.
And I think there's some people who are really into it. They're like, "Oh, is this a Reese Jones?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, I don't know. Like, who cares? Like,
Right? Yeah.
is it nice? Yeah. All right. Cool.
Exactly. Yeah. If it's nice, it's nice. That's what it comes
So
down to. For me.
Perry Maxwell is more well known, and I was looking up a list of courses that he has done,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know how many courses are in Oklahoma, but he had to do 99% of them because it was like every golf course he did was in Oklahoma.
Okay.
No, I mean he did a lot of consulting, for like one or two holes here and there, like a couple
I
greens.
bet they're all boring. It's got to be hard to design courses in a place like. Well, I get the impression that Oklahoma's just flat, and there's not much.
Well, no, I mean like he did
vegetation.
courses other places. Like he helped on a hole in like at Augusta, and he did some other courses that are like more well known. And I just didn't feel like writing them all down because there was a lot.
Gotcha.
But he like consulted and did the greens, or like he just did. So he had like he's very undulated with his greens.
Okay.
But the Colonial in 03, that's where Annika played at the PGA Tour event.
Oh, did she?
This event.
Okay, cool. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was in 03. She was the first woman to play since 1946.
Who like Babe Dickerson or
I don't fucking know.
whatever?
I don't have a clue. Who's your pick this week?
Spieth.
You going Spieth? You got to pick it. You're always with. Is he playing? Do we know?
Oh, I don't know. Probably.
Yeah. Well,
Why wouldn't he be playing in this? He's a Texan.
I know. Well, that's your thing. Is like
I gotta pick a
when
Texas player.
When in Texas?
Yeah, one in Texas. Go with the Texan. And Spieth has been playing well.
Yeah. Yeah. He's playing.
Yeah, and he's a good putter. If these greens have these undulations that you're talking about,
Could help. Could work in his favor.
It could work in his favor. Yeah, so I'm going with it.
I don't know if I picked him yet in our 12th or dozenth episode.
Dozenth episode, yeah.
But I'm going Sunjay Im.
Okay, I don't think we've picked
Any
him.
of
I don't
them?
think we've picked Spieth either. Come to think of it,
That would make sense because I don't think there's a good reason we would have picked Spieth because he won the Valero, and that was pretty much the only thing he won. And then we were probably hopeful for the Masters, but that was it.
sure, yeah.
Not gonna actually pick him.
Put some money on it. He's gonna look good this weekend.
And Im 1-2 finish.
Yeah,
Heard it here first.
you heard it here first. Yes.
I don't know who's gonna be 1 and
Spieth
2.
Im 1-2. Put an exacta on it.
Put 2. One where Im's in front,
Okay, yeah,
and one where Spieth's in front.
yeah.
There was a couple random names in here. Oh, did you see?
There's always gonna be random names on these
To-
types of tournaments that there's what is the Charles Schwab that have that separates it from other courses or other events? Anything?
They get a plaid jacket at the end.
Yes, it doesn't separate itself because there's another event that does
it's a
that.
sister event to
Yeah.
the RBC.
Yeah, I don't see this being a very exciting tournament, but hey,
Well, there's no DeChambeau, so it's not important.
yeah, Koepka's not in this, right? Maybe Chase Koepka, but we're not going to see.
I don't.
We're not going to see Brooks until the U.S. Open.
You really are literally not going to see him.
Yeah, you won't. And I'm going to end up picking him for the U.S. Open, I think, because it's a major.
I'm gonna have to go with. I gotta reassess my whole picking situation when it comes to majors.
Yeah,
Because this last week just ruined me.
Yeah. No, you can. I mean, Louis is up there often.
I know,
But
he's always a Masters guy.
not always.
Yeah, that's true.
He's done well at Open Championships. So watch out for him.
You.
Well, what else you got?
I got nothing, dude.
All right, we're gonna have to find out what is exciting about the Charles Schwab. We'll be watching, and we'll let
I guess
you know.
if we have to,
if you want
we have to watch.
if you want to skip it, then we'll fill you in on what happened. But
we're gonna spend 5 minutes on it, and then we're gonna be like, all right, I'm done. I can't talk about the Schwab.
hey, who knows? There might be some fun stuff.
I hope so. I really do hope there is some good shit.
Yeah.
This week.
All right. Well,
And public service announcement time.
No, go for it.
We'll go with the move over and slow down. If you can't move over when you're driving on the road, when you see an emergency vehicle on the side of the road, drop to 20 below the speed limit and turn on your hazard lights. Basically, when you see something happening on the side of the road, move over and slow down. If you can't get over, slow way the fuck down. It'll be whole 5 seconds of your life to go really slow through an area, and you'll save someone's life. However, you're in such a rush isn't as important as someone's life. Thanks. Peace.
Thank you.